Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to another episode of Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, CJ Atemo, the Sage. We have been talking about handling stress this week and this is day 4. I hope that you have watched the other ones. If you were not able to, you can still find those videos on YouTube. My YouTube channel is CJ Atemo, so go ahead and subscribe. Then set notifications so that in the future, whenever videos are uploaded, you will get to know. But also watch, like, comment on, and share the videos. Let your friends, your families, your colleagues, your neighbors get to have a feel of the wisdom moments that we bring to you each and every day, Monday to Friday, 10:55 a.m. right here on K24. As I said, we're handling stress. So we talked about the first day, have realistic goals. Number 2, we said manage your expectations. Number 3, I said celebrate every step. So today, I want to talk about the number 4, which is talk issues out. Talk issues out. Each and every one of us at one point in life will be faced with stress levels going up. Probably because of our financial situations. It could be because of relationships. It could be because of things that are happening in the family that you were born into. It could be because of sour relationships with your siblings, your parents, your children. It could be because of what's happening in the neighborhood. You could be stressed out because of the backlog of work or the pressure that work brings to you. No matter which way you look at it, and the various reasons as well that would cause you to be stressed, one of the most therapeutic things to do is to talk issues out. There are so many people who will carry more than they should because they do not seek other people's help or opinion concerning what they're going through. See, nobody is an island, it is said that, but the truth is that there's nothing that you are going through that nobody else has gone through. There is nothing that is coming to you that has never happened to anybody else. Nothing that you're dealing with that nobody else has ever dealt with. When you talk to people, you gain from their experience. You gain their perspective. You get to know how else you can deal with an issue or look at an issue without necessarily just looking at it from your point of view. Each one of us has an opinion. We have how we want things to go. We have how we think things should be solved. And sometimes our opinions are very biased. They could be very biased because we want something that will favor us. Rarely do people subscribe to things that will put them in the place of not benefiting at all. If they have to sacrifice for other people to benefit, rarely will they want to subscribe to that kind of thinking. But when you get other people's perspective, they might show you that they have been in those situations or they have seen people in those situations and there was a way that the people came out. There's a way that they handled it. The decision will always remain with you, of course, but at least you have clarity of perspective. See, when you walk to the office of a counselor, when you come to a coach or a mentor, they don't give you answers. They give you perspective. You still have to make the decision. But that is exactly what you need a lot of times when you are feeling that you have stress levels going up, because you need perspective. Talking issues out helps you. Number 1, listen to yourself. It helps you to listen to yourself because sometimes you carry all these thoughts around in your head, but you have not really thought about the things that you're carrying in your head. When you hear yourself, then you begin to subject yourself to the kind of judgment you would put on somebody else if it was somebody else who was talking. Have you ever had somebody say something and you thought that was so dumb, and then you realize, but that's exactly what you were saying. Just by listening to somebody else and you removing yourself from that situation, you begin to see it from a different perspective. That's what talking things out helps you to do. It pulls you from the place of where you were and you begin to listen to yourself as if you're listening to an outsider. So it causes you to listen to yourself. Number 2, it helps you to look at things from the view of the person who is listening to you. And in fact, most times when you talk issues out, you don't even need anybody to tell you anything. because the more you listen, the more you get clarity. It's more like somebody coming to you to ask you for help or to ask for direction or insight concerning something. And when you hear them, it's so clear. Why? Because you're not emotionally attached to the decision-making process, so you become objective. When you talk out things, it brings an element of objectivity. It creates greater perspective. It opens up horizons. You can't talk to everybody, of course. You can't keep running to each and every person and asking them, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? But there will be people who are trustworthy. There will be people who are experienced. There will be people who are willing to walk with you through the journeys of life. They're willing to listen to you. Sometimes they may not have what you want. You may want money, and then the person doesn't have money, but they've got a listening ear. Or they have an idea of how you can actually access that money differently. Again, there are people who, when they have issues and they want to talk out those issues, they also have a fixed way of the solution that needs to come. So they come and talk to you about probably their financial challenges. And when they are done, they expect you to solve those financial challenges by giving them money. When you don't do that, they feel that you let them down. So you will see all these angry people who talk about people were not helping me, people were not there for me. But sometimes all that people need to do for you is to be there in terms of just having their presence emotionally and mentally, listening to you and giving perspective. Maybe you don't even need all the money that you're asking for. Maybe you don't even need all the machinery you're asking for. Maybe you don't even need to go the heights and the lengths that you want to go. Maybe there's another way of doing things than the way that you know it. And somebody will tell you, look, you don't have to spend all this money. You can find it in a different way. They will have helped you get the solution without you having to go through the process that you thought that you needed to go through. So people are resources, ladies and gentlemen. Talk your issues out. If you're stressed at work, talk to somebody. If you're stressed in marriage, talk to somebody. If you're stressed in parenting, talk to somebody. There's somebody who probably has raised a child that was difficult, or a child with whom they had breakdown in communication. Sometimes it's not even that the child is difficult. Sometimes it's just that the two people are not communicating. And so this person's world and the other person's world cannot merge together in communication. So one person will view the other as being difficult. Yet sometimes it is just that you are not experienced in that area. You're not expecting that person to have their own mind. You're not expecting that that person can make their own decisions. You're living your fears through that person. And so you begin to be stressed over things that you cannot even solve. So talk to somebody in every area of life. There's always somebody you can talk to. Sometimes you will have the benefit of having one person who can walk with you through so many areas of life. They can talk to you, or you can talk to them concerning parenting, or concerning marriage or relationships and finances, and you can talk to them concerning your professional career or business. You may find one that is a one-stop shop. Sometimes that's not the case, so you have several people again that you can talk to. You can also go and talk to professionals, for those of you who can actually do that. And if you can afford it, you can also talk to a professional. But whichever way, talking issues out helps you to handle stress. Don't hold everything in your heart and carry every burden on your head and try to solve everything by yourself. This is all the time that I had on Wisdom Moments on K24 today. I hope that it's been helpful to you. So remember to check me out on all social media platforms as CJ Atemo, and especially on YouTube. See you.